domain and range of discrete relations, where a discrete relation is just a relation consisting of a set of ordered pairs. What a discrete relation is will make more sense once you know what a continuous relation is. So let's focus more on the domain and range part. Domain and range are words that you will use throughout your upper level math classes. Domain is just the set of all x values, meaning all of the possible values that the independent variable can take on. The range is the set of all y values, meaning the values that the dependent variable can take on. When you're asked for the domain of a relation, you will list out all the x values. When you're asked for the range of a relation, you'll list out all the y values. However, when you list these values, you need to do so from least to greatest without repeating any values. Let's look at our first example. Our first example relation is a set of ordered pairs. To find the domain, meaning the possible x values from a set of ordered pairs, we're just looking at that first value within each ordered pair, because those are our x values. So the possible x values in this relation are 8, -3, there's 2 ordered pairs with x equal to 0, 5, and 10. That's the domain, but when you're asked for the domain, you need to list all of these values from least to greatest without repeating. So my least possible x value is -3. I like to cross them out as I go so that I don't miss any. Next smallest is 0, so there is a possible x value of 0. In fact, 0 occurs more than once. There's more than one ordered pair with an x value of 0. But I only write it once. I don't repeat the fact that there's another 0, because the domain is just telling me what x values are possible. Next up is x equals 5. X equal to 8 is possible, and then my last possible x value is 10. Here's my domain of this relation. The possible x values are -3, 0, 5, 8, and 10. However, when I am asked to write the domain or the range, I'm asked for a set. So I'm writing my set in curly brackets. Curly brackets indicate I'm giving you a set of values. I'm not that great at curly brackets myself, so hopefully someone in class will give us a tutorial. The big thing is that parentheses are not allowed. Parentheses are for ordered pairs, not for sets. So do your best to do some sort of curly bracket. The range is the list of all possible y values. So my y values are 4, 6. There's another ordered pair with 4, 0, -2, and then there's a third ordered pair with y equal to 4. I'm going to write those possible y values from least to greatest. The least possible y value is -2. Y can be 0. Y can be 4. In fact, like I said, there's 3 ordered pairs with y equal to 4, but I only write it once. Or y can be 6. To indicate that this is a set, I'm going to put those values in curly brackets. So my range is the set of all possible y values. This is the set of all possible y values. Next example, my relation is given as a table. When my relation is given as a table, the left column gives me the x values. The right column gives me the y values. So the left column gives me my domain, the right column gives me my range. All right, domain. The domain is the set of all possible x values written from least to greatest, without repeating. So least is -10. Next least is -4. And then our last possible x value is 25. Curly bracket to indicate my set. The fact that there are 2 ordered pairs with an x value of 25 doesn't matter, I just write it once. Next up is my range. Smallest possible y value is 1. Y can be 3. Y can be 52. And then my last possible y value is 100. All right, curly brackets to indicate a set, and I am done with my table relation. Moving on to an example of a mapping. Just like a table, my x values are given on the left, my y values are given on the right. The mapping, however, is even easier than a table, and it's in fact the very easiest representation to write the domain and range from. In a mapping, we already write our values from least to greatest, and in a mapping, we don't repeat values. So in fact, in this relation, 1 occurs more than once. We have 1 and -3, as well as 1 and 5, but I only write 1 once. That means writing the domain is as easy as looking at my left oval and writing -4, 1, and 7. -1, -4, 1, and 7 is my domain, written from least to greatest without repeating. Similarly, my range. Not a parentheses, curly brackets, -3 and 5. -3 is in my range. -5, there are 3 different occurrences of 5. We have -4, 5, 1, 5, and 7, 5. But I only write that 5 once, and luckily for me, my mapping already did that for me. It's already written just one time.